We are live.
Banana pickles.
Banana slammer, bitch.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, we had to start somehow.
Isn't this the most joyous start to another episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast? Hi!
Hey!
Hello there, everyone.
I'm Liam. The person who said the most diabolical line in the history of this channel is Christian Vega.
Hello there.
Thomas Noble is also here as well. He hasn't said anything diabolical yet, I preface.
Knowing Noble, he's gonna say something diabolical anyways.
Shut up, Vega. Knowing you're the one who talks a lot of diabolical stuff around here.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you know.
Anyway, we do have some bits and pieces to talk about today, namely the big one that is the predictions for All In, AEW All In 2026, coming live from Wembley Stadium this Sunday, the 30th, in London, England, my home country. I will be there, myself. These two probably watch it from home, I guess, as will everyone else.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know.
There's a huge event. There's lots going on there. Could be some surprises in store, I think, given the recent landscape of wrestling, which we will get to as a separate discussion later on once predictions are finished, because I am very angry about it, even many days later. And then obviously stuff like Raw's happened. We'll talk about that, I suppose.
Yep.
Won't go through it. We'll just go through like the big bits, because we've got a lot of work to do today with just the three of us, so all three of us are going to have to pull that weight, so to speak.
We're going to have to do things the hard way.
Anyway, I suppose we should jump right in with All In 2026 predictions, right, guys?
Let's do it!
Let's do this!
Yeah.
Wrong company, Noble.
Yeah, we're not fed pilled today, we're dub pilled today.
Exactly.
As they say in the IWC, which, yes, we are part of, as much as, but we're not like the rest of them. Anyway, we're going to start with...
Okay.
We're gonna start with the men's casino gauntlet match, which is for a future AEW World Championship match. The confirmed participants as of now are Andrade El Idolo, who will be entering number 1, MJF at number 2, and Tommaso Ciampa whenever he likes, I guess. So yeah, this match is probably one of those that is usually quite exciting. You get, a bunch of main event / mid-card guys who could be in it. This year in particular, there could be maybe 1 or 2 surprises in store, given who's about this weekend. There's a lot of wrestling going on this weekend as well, just in general.
Literally.
Got Repro the day before, you got stuff like Pro Wrestling Eve and Riot Cabaret on the Friday, you got Mystery Wrestling up in Glasgow tomorrow. There's a lot of other stuff. I bet places like Attack, etc., they probably have shows going on as well. But for this gauntlet match, I don't think I'm going to go for any of the 3 announced, because I'm stupid. So, I think there's going to be a debuting person, and I think who better to win the gauntlet match and make an immediate impact in AEW than Ilya Dragunov.
Ooh. Now that's a bold prediction.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, why not just strap the rocket to him straight away? I mean, if you look at there's been a lot of reports this week, and Tony Khan's been doing media ahead of All In. When he was asked about Ilya Dragunov, he could not contain his smile. He was literally like, ee. He said, yeah, he's a great wrestler. I love him. I'm a big admirer of his work. And I was like, yeah, he's just given him the contract already, hasn't he? So, but yeah, that's what I'm going with. Who's next?
I'll go next. And I'm going to be a party pooper. I'll go MJF.
Fair enough, yeah, I get it. I mean, he's been world champion twice this year already.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see MJF and the potential the winner of the Ospreay Omega match down the road.
True.
Vega, what about you?
I mean, there could be, surprises and stuff, like you said, like Ilya Dragunov maybe, but I highly doubt that'll happen. So I'm going to play it safe and say MJF wins the gauntlet.
Fair enough. We'll go into the people who aren't here, who have given me predictions anyway. Ross can consider himself did not participate for this because he hasn't sent me nothing.
Screw you, Ross. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, screw you. Yeah, screw you, Ross. Yeah, you're not here. You have to go back to college. You wet wipe.
Exactly.
Anyway, Peyton has MJF. Radio has MJF, and Aled has MJF.
So we're all even except Liam.
Yeah.
Picked Dragunov.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
because I wanted to do something fun. And again, as I said, we'll get to more about Ilya Dragunov later.
Alrighty.
Yeah, fair enough.
Next up, we have Hangman Adam Page and Brodido, that's Bandito and Brody King, defending the AEW World Trios Championships against To Be Added, but it's supposed to be a multi-trios match, so there's going to be a lot of teams in this match.
Well, damn.
I think if we think back to the segment last week on Dynamite, speaking of which, they taped an episode of that in Glasgow today.
Oh.
So that will air at the usual time in the United States. Make sure you tune into whatever platform you use to watch it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. So yeah, for this one, I'll let Noble go first, since even though there's only one announced team, you can choose any team you want. For all we know, there could be the Dogs were in that mix, the Demand were in that mix, the Conglomeration were in that mix. I'm talking about the second on Dynamite last week, of course. I don't think the Dogs and the Bang Bang Gang will be involved, even though they were in that segment. I feel like they're going to have like a Stadium Stampede type of thing.
Sure as hell I'm not going with if the Demand are in this match. Sure as hell I'm not picking that at Demand. Whoever has which the leader of that group is a bald-headed asshole prick.
Damn.
That he is. That's what he thinks of Ricochet, guys.
Poor Ricochet. What did he do?
I'm not regretting it either. So with that being said, I'm picking Page and Brodido to retain.
Okay. Vega, what about you?
Wait, is Swerve going to be in the match with two partners in this match?
He's technically teasing that he wants to go after the Trios Championship, so yes. And there's two rumored options.
Yeah, because I have a feeling that we might get Kofi and Austin Creed in this match with Swerve. So maybe they could win it. So that's going to be my prediction.
Okay. I'm on the same lines as you. I think it's even. There's two rumored options, as I said. One of them is Swerve teams with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, so that's the Hurt Syndicate. But then obviously the other big one
hurt people.
is Kofi and Yes, we hurt people. But yes, apparently it could also be Kofi and Austin Creed making their AEW debuts. And yeah, I think it's going to be Swerve plus Friends or New Day.
Yes.
Alright, whatever team name they're going to be called, maybe Daybreak. I think that's what people have been calling them lately.
Or whatever. I don't even know what name they're going to come up with. So we'll just go with that.
Neither, I mean, yeah. Aled also thinks it will be Kofi and Woods teaming with Swerve, so he reckons it will be Swerve, Kofi, and Woods. Or
Fair
Austin Creed. Radio thinks it's going to be Hangman and Brodido, since I guess like Noble, he went for the announced option, and Peyton also went for Page and Brodido.
So we're 50-50 in this match.
Like they just won the titles. They just won the titles a few weeks ago. There's no chance they're gonna lose that immediately.
I mean, knowing Tony Khan, he might pull that off anyways.
Yeah, but counter argument, the Trios Championship has changed hands a lot of times this year.
Exactly.
That means they're not necessarily safe.
So like they literally can change hands whenever.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that, but we'll see what happens.
You never know, but yeah.
Well, even though the only way I could see them retaining is that Swerve and his team don't get pinned, and it's another one of the teams in it that does.
Exactly.
As I said, I think the teams we can bank on being in this match are Hangman and Brodito, because obviously they are the champs. Swerve and two people. We got, as a second conglomeration, potentially, maybe the Dogs, maybe the Demand. So, again, that's the only way, two ways it goes. Either they do retain, or Swerve and, I assume, Kofi and Austin Creed win. So,
All right.
Right, we'll move on to the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. Divine Dominion, Lena Cross and Megan Bayne versus the Brawling Birds, Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter. I think this is easy. I think the Brawling Birds are winning the belts. Put them on Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor and let them be a stereotypical British pair of women who like beers and punching people in bars. But make sure like the belts are now the new method of what we would call glassing, which is where you smash a glass on somebody's head. So yeah, I think the Brawling Birds win. What about you guys?
Yeah, it's obvious. Brawling Birds are going to win this match.
Brawling Birds.
Vega goes for Brawling Birds. Very good.
Yeah.
Radio's gone for the Brawling Birds. Peyton's gone for Hayter and Windsor, even though that means the Birds, Brawling Birds. And Aled has gone for the Brawling Birds also.
One's go with the Brawling Birds. Perfect.
Everyone's gone for the Birds.
So we're all even.
In agreement, in the evens, yes. Even Stevens, all in agreement. Yes.
Good.
Yep.
I think if anything, I think this has been being built to for like 2 months now. And I think like even when like Hayter and Windsor were starting to get a bit more TV time, I think it was a bit obvious that they were going to put the belts on them at Wembley. So yeah, I think it's time for the reign of terror that has been Divine Dominion to end.
Yes.
And we'll move on to the men's AEW World Tag Team Championships now, which is Cage and Cope, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. I know I said that in the wrong order. I do not care. Versus the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson. A tag team match where two teams of different eras collide.
Open Cage retains.
Okay, so Noble says Cope and Cage. Let's go for some people who aren't here. Okay, no, go explain your point. Sorry.
Yeah, like we already seen enough of the Young Bucks. Like I appreciate what the Young Bucks are doing at this point in this freaking thing for the tag titles, but I just had enough with the Young Bucks holding the tag title, so I just have Cope and Cage hold the title for much longer.
Okay. Radio and Aled both gone for the Young Bucks. What about you, Vega?
I'll go with Cope and Cage to retain the titles.
Cope and Cage. Okay. Peyton's gone for Cope and Cage as well. As for me, this is one of those things where I could see it going either way. Maybe it could be that because the Young Bucks are younger, they work a different style. You know, they're a bit more fast-paced, a bit more agile, a bit more high-flying, all the rest of that. You know, whereas like Cage and Cope use smart and technique, I guess you could say, to win. But at the same time, I'm thinking, yeah, the Young Bucks have been AEW World Tag Team Champions a number of times. I can't remember how many times. It's like at least 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe less. So actually, I think, even though I could easily see the Young Bucks winning, I am going to go for Cope and Cage. But at the same time, it's like, what tag team do you build up to face Cope and Cage next? Maybe it's the new newly debuted or recently debuted Motor City Machine Guns.
Maybe.
Maybe it's them.
Motor City.
But at the same time, I could also see it potentially another reason why the Young Bucks could win. They revisit their rivalry with Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah,
So,
they could do that rivalry if they win.
But at the same time, I guess it doesn't matter which team has the belts in them, and they're probably going to lose them to the Guns. Well, Motor City Machine Guns, I should say, not Austin Gun and Colton Gun. That would be very
No, we know.
Later down, that would be very confusing later down the line.
Very.
Motor City Machine Guns versus the Guns. Because I reckon
very confusing.
Okay. Next, we are going to go for Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin. Kevin Knight's defending the AEW TNT Championship against Darby Allin, and it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. What do we think?
Wait, what, what's the match again?
Kevin Knight and Darby Allin.
TNT Championship. Falls Count Anywhere. Stipulation suits Darby, put it that way.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna say Kevin Knight retains.
Okay. What say you, Noble?
I think I'm gonna go Darby Allin.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I just think this match suits Darby well here. I think he's gonna go a lot extreme on Jet. I think the Jet will lose his engines.
All right.
Okay. Now let's go for Darby Allin. Radio has gone for Darby Allin. I'm gonna go for Kevin Knight to retain. I think.
Yeah, I'm not the only
Personally,
one.
I think he needs. Personally, I think he needs a big win because he recently lost on pay-per-view to Kenny Omega, challenging for the world title. So I feel like it's probably more appropriate that Kevin Knight does retain here and he keeps his good run of heel form going. So that's what I'm thinking for this. And Payton has also gone for Kevin Knight to retain.
Nice.
So bit of split half and half there again. Yeah. Right, moving on. Should be a very exciting match, though, by the way. I think maybe we finally see that spot where Darby's going to climb to the top of Wembley Stadium and die from the arch somehow.
God damn.
And somehow if somehow he doesn't die, that'd be very miraculous.
That is way too extreme. Have Jeff Hardy do that.
Okay. Right, this next match is for the AEW Continental Challenge Cup, so that's the final, and it's also for the Continental Championship. Should Jon Moxley walk into the match as champion, so that would be Jon Moxley or Claudio Castagnoli versus Kyle O'Reilly or Nigel McGuinness, and I think it's going to be Jon Moxley versus Nigel McGuinness, and I think Jon Moxley retains. But at the same time, I see this being Nigel's working hurt, supposedly. He's broke his ankle or something, whether it's a work or a shoot, I have no idea.
Wow.
But I feel like this will be a huge full circle moment for Nigel because he saw SummerSlam 1992, I want to say, which was at the original Wembley Stadium, and that's the event that made him want to become a wrestler, and that was obviously main evented by Bret Hart and British Bulldog, I believe. But at the same time, I still think Jon Moxley wins the cup and retains the AEW Continental Championship. What say you?
Moxley retains.
Very good. You didn't have to whisper it, though.
My bad.
No, but what do you think?
Unfortunately, I really want to pick against Moxley so bad. I want him to lose that title, but unfortunately, Moxley retains.
Yeah. Aled thinks it will also be Jon Moxley versus Nigel McGuinness, and he thinks Moxley beats him. Radio says Jon Moxley. Peyton says Jon Moxley.
All right, so
And all unanimously in favor, yes. But I think we can all agree that Jon Moxley is perhaps a Wrestler of the Year candidate.
Yes.
pretty sure, yeah.
Like he's been having really good matches on TV and on pay-per-view, and every time he enters to any match, you just feel like his shit's about to get real, you know?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I feel like this match is going to be supreme. Yeah. Well, this match anyway, it should be good. It might not be as good as his previous ones, but I feel like it'll still be good because, let's face it, Nigel McGuinness is, even though he's like 50, he's still no slouch when it comes to the technical game.
Like, he can still go.
He still can do the graps.
Yes.
But anyway, this match is probably one of the ones I'm most excited for. Full name defends against the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada and the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita in a three-way match. This has Match of the Year candidate written all over it. I'm probably going to somehow manage to spaff my pants while I'm sat there in Wembley. I know that's disgusting. I do not care.
You're probably gonna nut during that match.
That's what spaff means, you fucking...
I know. That's why I wanted to, like, remind everyone just in case they're confused about it.
Yeah, no, English slang. Sorry, language barrier. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Anywho, who have people got? I might go to Vega first, actually. I'm going to put him on the spot.
Give the title to the bruv.
Huh?
Boy.
Wrong match, dude.
Wrong match.
Wrong match.
I thought we were there.
Wrong match. No.
No.
Wrong
It's the International
match.
Championship match. Fletcher Okada to Takeshita.
Ignore me.
Have you,
Ignore my stupidity.
You have earwax in your fucking ears.
I thought
dude.
I thought we were in the main event. That's why. Okay.
No, spoiler alert.
Anyways,
Hell.
Spell it spoiler
ignore
alert
it.
later. Okay, hey, I'm ignoring.
Takeshita wins.
Takeshita wins, okay. Noble.
Give
Unless
the
he
title
wants
to
to...
give the title to Takeshita for fuck's sake.
Kablamo.
Okay. Before I say my thoughts on this, Radio's gone for Takeshita. Payne's gone for Takeshita. Aled has gone for Konosuke Takeshita also.
Damn, we're all even in this match. Okay.
What does freaking Liam go with? And I bet $5 go with Fletcher.
Wait, Liam?
See, I'm literally right here, mate.
No, that's why I said it. Like, wait, I thought Liam already made his prediction.
No, I haven't actually. I was saying Radio went for Takeshita, Payne went for Takeshita, or Aled went for Takeshita.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
See, I feel like any one of these three guys could win. Where it's like Fletcher could retain, then branch off into a feud with Okada, then Takeshita does other things to build himself up, either back to going after Fletcher or for the world title, because him and Ospreay for a world title feud would be very nice. But at the same time, it's like Takeshita could win it back easily, get his redemption, you know, beats both the Callis family guys, and then Fletcher and Okada can still have their tension that's been building blow off, and they finally implode, and Okada leaves the family, because I don't think Fletcher will leave the family, since he is Don Callis family's most prized child.
Fair enough.
And then yeah, Okada, as I said, could win the international belt, and then he and Fletcher just branch off. Or, you know, it's very confusing for me, but I feel like because I think Fletcher and Takeshita especially are going to be very heated with each other, I feel like Okada will swoop in and get the win. So
Right.
I'm going to go for Okada, because why not?
Fair
Because
enough.
it's Okada, two-time international champion. Give it to me.
Give it to him.
As I said, I could see this match going any one of the three ways. So
It could go either way, yeah.
I also need to mention that Fletcher is like, he's very much on the precipice of being a world title contender. And I feel like if it were up to me, he would take the belt off Ospreay.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm officially back.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, was that necessary? Come on.
I don't think so. Anyway, what we doing now? Oh yeah, we got 2 matches
It's what
to go.
we do. I mean, oh wait,
It's
wrong
what we
company.
do.
Wrong company. Wrong company.
Yeah, I think it's a great night for AEW. It's gonna be a great showcase for professional wrestling.
What the
Anyway,
fuck you
yeah.
said, mate?
Yeah, that's how Tony Khan talks. You know.
Oh right. I didn't.
Anyway, the silence is deafening. Anyway, yeah, we'll go to the AEW Women's World Championship. Willow Nightingale defending against the 2026 Women's Owen Hart Cup winner, back-to-back Mercedes Moné.
CEO.
Mercedes wins.
CEO. CEO.
There you go.
Is gonna
Nobel
win.
thinks Mercedes wins.
Yes.
Vegas
Yeah,
thinks Mercedes gonna win. As if that was never any doubt.
Yeah, like,
It was quite
We've been
obvious.
talking about this. We've been talking about this since the fucking predictions for fucking what was it? What was that? What was that fucking paper at Montreal that they done?
Redemption.
Yeah, redemption.
Yeah, we ever since the redemption predictions, we said Nightingale wins and she'll be a traditional champion to Mercedes at All In. So it makes a lot of fucking sense to have Mercedes win the match.
I mean, come on. You gotta get the damn belt on her for at least at some point. So she gotta win it now.
Okay, I'll go with the people right here first. Aled says Mercedes Moné, as if that was never any doubt.
Good.
Yep.
Radio says Moné.
Good.
Payton says Moné.
Good.
Do I think Mercedes Moné wins? See, she technically made her first appearance in AEW at All In 3 years ago. In the very same stadium. She wasn't signed yet. She was in talks with WWE to potentially go back. But instead, she did the whole go to Japan and then come to AEW thing.
Yes.
But Willow Nightingale has been doing really good work. But then at the same time, do you really want to have Mercedes Moné keep chasing the Women's World Championship forever and ever?
I mean, exactly that. You gotta at least give the belt to Mercedes at some point. Like, damn.
Which is why I'm like, Willow's been doing really good work as Women's World Champion. The feud and her and Mercedes been having, the build has been very good. It's been better than the men's one, arguably, actually, which we'll get on to next. Fuck yeah, I'll go Mercedes Moné, even though I still think there could be a case for Willow Nightingale retaining the belt, because her being a transitional champion will look really bad on her record.
True.
But at the same time, I'm like, we've all been discussing it for a while, and I feel like you can't really hold off Mercedes becoming Women's World Champion any longer. So
No,
yeah.
you can't.
You can't extend this for another year. Like, come on.
Her contract's up in 2027 unless she signs a new one. You know.
Exactly. Like, come on. You gotta at least give her the belt, like, at least once.
Yes.
Like,
give the fucking
she's
title
won
to Mercedes.
13 belts. And now she hasn't won this one. Like, come on. It's time for her to win it.
113 belts, and only one of those was an AEW.
Exactly.
If you want to count the Owen Hart belt as well, sure. But that's like what they get as a memento, as well as when they win the trophy. So.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's more like a trophy than an actual championship.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone's gone for Mercedes Moné. And now, for the 9th and final match, the main event of the evening.
Now we're here.
AEW Men's World Championship on the line. the cleaner, the best bout machine, the god of pro wrestling, Kenny Omega, defends against the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
This is candidate for match of the year.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yup. This is definitely, in our opinion, candidate for a match of the year at this point. When we get to the freaking Wrestle Arcies or Rossies at this point.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, I think a lot of these matches on this card could be very good, but I think this one in particular, Reflector Takeshita Okada, could be
Two match of the year contenders could happen on Sunday.
Yeah, with that being said, who wants to start us off?
I'll go first here. It's just no surprise for me to who's going to win this fucking match. It has to be Will Ospreay. It has to be. Winning a world title in your fucking home country, for fucking crying out loud. Make that fucking happen, AEW.
See, I think this could go both ways also somehow. I don't know why. I've said that about most of the matches, to be fair. But I'm like,
I mean, yeah, knowing Tony Khan, he could like do almost every match either way. So
okay, there's one thing I don't want to happen in this match, and that's Will kicking out the One-Winged Angel. Protect that with your life, Kenny. Okay? If you're going to do a One-Winged Angel, make sure it's like some crazy spot on the outside or some shit. Or
yeah, exactly. Like on the outside, or maybe like I wouldn't say like a super One-Winged Angel, like from the top rope. Because if he fucking kicks out of that at one, that would be insane.
If he doesn't avalanche one, that should end the match, okay?
Exactly. Like, don't overdo it.
I mean, he didn't avalanche one to MJF, didn't he? And that's how he beat MJF to win. Well, not win the title, actually, because it happened at Dynasty and MJF retained. But,
fair enough.
Or maybe it was the one on Dynamite. I can't remember. They did one, I think. Anyway, if Tony really wants Kenny to keep like this, he's golden with the AEW World Title thing going, I guess Kenny would retain. But at the same time, the only way I could see, as I said, don't let Will kick out the One-Winged Angel, protect it, like do a crazy spot with it, or maybe have Will put his foot on the rope. Don't do the kick out one thing, unless it's Ospreay doing it to Omega. Then Omega should do what he did for Vindor, which is kick out one, which would send Wembley into a frenzy.
Exactly.
But no, I think it has to be time for the assassin to ascend to his throne. For far too long has a man entered Wembley Stadium in recent times, whether that be 11 men on a football pitch for England, and they've lost in a big game, or even across the world in other tournaments actually as well, I could say. But this time I feel like an Englishman is going to bring the World Championship home. It's time for Will Ospreay to become AEW World Champion. The time is now. There is no if, ands, buts, or maybes. And yes, you're probably going to be like, Ospreay fan bias, and you'd probably be correct. Actually, you would be correct, but still, the point is that I don't think you can even hold that off any longer, because let's compare it to the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes situation, right?
Yes.
Cody loses at 39 and wins at 40. I don't think the same thing can work with Ospreay. So you kind of have to do it now.
Give the title to the bruv. It is time. Will Ospreay needs to win the title. Like, come on. The time is now.
Yeah, so there you go. 3 of us here on the pod say Will Ospreay.
Also, Arlo in the chat says Ospreay for the win as well.
Thank you very much for tuning in, Arlo. We agree with you. Radio, who's not here, he goes for Will Ospreay. Payton goes for Will Ospreay. And Aled goes for Will Ospreay.
All right.
All unanimously in favour of the bruv.
Yes. Everyone is
the bruv, my fellow man from Essex.
Yep.
But yeah, that wraps up AEW All In 2026 predictions,
All right.
which, if you didn't know, is live from Wembley Stadium this Sunday.
I'm assuming
London,
it
England.
starts at like what, 2-3 p.m.
I can't remember.
Like
I know
Eastern
for
Standard
me,
Time.
I think. Let me look up my Ticketmaster real quick, because I'm going to the event, obviously, so that will help me decipher when it actually starts.
Also, Payne said
Okay,
he's
so it
currently
says-
on the way home in the planning chat.
Okay, cool. Doors are at 3:30 p.m. and I think they said pre-show starts at 4:30 p.m. local time, so that's 11:30
Hold on. Let me.
a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think, and then the main show is supposed to start at 6 p.m. our time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think.
Got you.
I could be wrong. I really don't know. I'm not good with counting backwards.
Let me see.
Arlo's also going to All In. Let's go, mate.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Brilliant, mate. I don't think I'll see you there, but yeah, if you do go, since you are going, I hope you have a good time.
It's 1 p.m. EST. You're right about that.
Great. Okay. See, I can count backwards from 5. I'm bad at maths, but I somehow managed.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So.
Anyway, let's continue on with another topic, which is that this past week coming out of WWE, a certain talent's contract did expire and he is free agent as of now. And that is, of course, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov.
WWE just fumbled their chances with Ilya. Big time.
I think this is their biggest fumble, right, ever.
Yeah, they literally fumbled him. Literally during the Brock Lesnar spot at the Rumble. Like, that's where his downfall started.
Well, yeah, he was chopping Brock in the corner. Brock no-sold him, chucked him out. And I was like, I don't like that at all. And then after that, he disappeared for ages. And I was like, where is he? I've been asking every week since he disappeared, where is Ilya Dragunov for the past 7 months?
Wait, wasn't Ilya injured the time he was gone?
No.
Oh, so he was just sitting in catering, pretty much.
Yep.
Well, that's
Because
unfortunate.
apparently another report said he wasn't a massive numbers mover, but like, how can you assess if somebody's a massive numbers mover if you don't give them more than a year consistently on week-to-week TV?
Exactly.
Sure, maybe they don't, they're not shifting merchandise, maybe, but at the same time, there was a time where Ilya Dragunov was United States champion and was consistently the best part of your show, having banger matches that felt like real fights against the likes of Carmelo Hayes and everybody else in that mid-card at the time. And then you mean to tell me that guy can't move numbers? Let me ask you something, WWE. How many people stayed tuned in to the show after the United States Championship match ended? That's what I want to know. Because I know every time those were done, I'd turn the show off. Because back then, SmackDown was a raging pile of piss. So, yeah. For me, I've been saying this for ages. I am angry, frustrated, furious, disappointed. All of the superlatives under the sun to describe how I feel about how they used Ilya Dragunov. And as I said, I feel like he debuts in the Gauntlet match at All In. Because Tony Khan cannot hide his smile when asked about people that he likes, and maybe that he's signed, especially. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that's what happens, because the only other place Ilya Dragunov is going to earn any realistic amount of super money that man deserves, because he is uber talented. Like, if you look at the way he performs, his facials, his intensity, his psychology, his in-ring acumen, even his personality, he has a unique type of charisma to him. And especially when you have that in WWE and you don't know what to do with that, it's fucking crazy to me.
Honestly, yes.
But then it's like, if you look at what he did in WWE, he had a good stint when he was in NXT UK and NXT. You know, NXT UK champion, maybe 2-time NXT champion, I think. Possibly. It might have been 1 time. Either way, if it was twice, both reigns were very good. But then that match he had with Walter, or as he is now known, Gunther, at the time, the 2 matches they had, in fact, I think it was, were matches people still talk about today. Because not only did they get the 5+ stars from Dave Meltzer, but if you remember watching those matches, it literally epitomized who Gunther and Ilya Dragunov are, and how they wrestle, and how intense both guys are, especially Ilya. Like, to me, I was aware of his work on the European and UK independent scene prior. I had seen maybe 1 or 2 matches against people I wasn't particularly invested in, even though he always stood out to me. And then eventually he had more matches in NXT UK, and then the one with Gunther / Walter at the time really cemented to me that he belonged. There's even one he had with Finn Balor and NXT UK takeover. That was really good. So much so that my current wrestling trainer uses it as an example for a certain type of match he likes to teach some more advanced students. Because of Ilya in particular, I guess, because he does certain things really well. And I feel like his style of wrestling would be particularly suited to an AEW or a New Japan. So yeah. But again, that's just my 2 cents on it. I'm very disappointed with WWE because they've wasted how much ever time they put into him in NXT to call him up. Yes, looked very promising early on with the United States Championship run. Even before that, he got like a major knee injury, but then came back and hit the ground running immediately. And then, get eliminated by Brock Lesnar in the Rumble. Goes Pete Tong from there.
Yep.
Right. If anyone else has anything to say about Ilya Dragunov, say it. If not, we'll move on.
Disappointed is the overstatement at this point.
Yeah,
I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that WWE just fumbled Dragunov. Like you said, he's uberly talented right now here. Like, when he was in NXT, like, he was fucking talented. Like, he became a multi-time NXT champion, a NXT UK champion. Yes, and the fact that you fumbled the fucking ball at this point, that will have fumbled the ball at this point here. Like, I'm sorry. WWE is now known to be wasting some fantastic talent, and I'm already fucking pissed enough at this point. If they continue this, their reputation's going to get spoiled.
Well, you look at the long line of releases this year alone, post WrestleMania. You've had people like Kairi Sane go missing. Well, not missing, but they released her because she wants to come back to Japan, and that's fair enough. But yeah, it's just it's very sad. I don't get it. Why did they release all these? They always release the most talented people. I don't understand it.
I really don't get it either. That is the reason I'm motherfucking pissed off here. I'm almost gonna blow a fucking gasket.
Yeah. Anyway, let's turn our attention to Monday Night Raw this past Monday.
Oh boy.
It was actually a pretty decent show, I won't lie, but we had obviously the 2 things that really stood out to me on this show were the Obafemi and Brum Breaker segment in particular, I thought that was, even though we always say here on the Wrestle Arc Podcast, when you announce a match, what's the point of a contract signing segment? But then this one in particular I thought was pretty good. Maybe Obafemi sort of dog-walked Bron Breakker on the mic a little bit. I thought Bron did a decent job though. You know? And Obafemi called him a angry orange man, I think.
Yep.
Which is going to be used as a meme going forward, probably. Which is cool, I guess. Then obviously Austin Theory came in when stuff started to get out of hand, and he was the one who got put through a table. But yeah, so I think Oba stood tall in the segment, if I recall rightly. It was 2 days ago, so I don't remember much. And then we also had the main event, which was set up by the opening angle, which was LA Knight and Solo Sikoa taking on the Usos. But the match would end in a no contest when Royce Keys re-emerged from the shadows. But he didn't come alone. He showed up with Bronco Nima and Lucien Price, aka OTM Out the Mud, from NXT.
That fucking surprised me beyond belief.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw this angle coming in particular. I thought we should see another typical WWE shenanigans where the two teams involved create a no contest sub description. You know?
Like, out of all the teams Royce Keys is going to bring up here to go on with it, but out the mud? Really?
Well, both guys are also from California, I believe, and Royce Keys is from California also. So it makes sense why they've been paired.
Yeah, I mean, yes, and I love OTM, especially fucking Lucien Price, that fucking tank of that dude. If you have not seen the last 2 NXT matches, like, holy fucking shit, he is a heavyweight brute.
Yep. I mean, they're just now a team of heavyweight brutes, you know? And everyone was like, Royce Keys was like, why is he... Everyone's been saying, why did Royce Keys attack Solo Sikoa and LA Knight? But his motivations are very simple. He was wiped out by Jacob Fatu a number of weeks ago, and there was no one there to help him. You know? And then he was like, okay, let me bring some back up on my own, and I'll blow WWE apart. I, for one, think this is a really good move as well because, excuse me, adds to the depth of the tag team division, which is sorely lacking on Monday Night Raw at the moment.
It literally does, yes.
Well, you got the Usos, you have the Street Profits, who neither are around at the moment because, I mean, Bianca Belair's recently just had a baby, and Montez is obviously the father. I think even Angelo Dawkins' wife is currently up the Swanee, as we like to say in England. So then other than that, you have the Usos and the Vision. I mean, you have Alpha Academy as well, but they're not really around at the moment, I suppose, because that feud's been dropped in favor of OTM, sort of, I guess, coming in now, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, it probably could still happen, but the Vision are currently in the spot with Obafemi and Bron Breakker, so they're kind of occupied at the moment, and they hold the belts. So, but yeah, no, that was the two things that stood out from Raw. I think other things that happened, we had, I'm trying to think, we had the continuation of the No More Contenders tournament. We had Dragon Lee and Rey Fenix, which, by the way, oh my god.
That spot with Dragon Lee was fucking insane, bruh.
Yeah, but everyone on Twitter was acting like they've never seen. They were acting like Dragon Lee has never done it before.
No, it's not the first time he does, obviously. Like, damn, you almost broke your neck there.
He did it to Kenny Omega. He did it to Kenny Omega on Dynamite a number of years ago. He literally did the same dive to Kenny Omega on Dynamite a number of years ago.
Oh wow.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I almost fell off my fucking bed after that spot.
Like,
But yeah,
damn.
For me, that's like up there as a match of the year contender, or in terms of TV match of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
Ray Phoenix won. So
As expected.
he's moving on to the final. And then Penta and La Parka, I thought their match was underwhelming, to be honest.
Yeah,
I didn't really like it.
I feel like the Dragon Lee and Ray Phoenix match was way better than Penta and La Parka.
Yeah, it does. Like, I felt it was a tons better than that.
Like, it was decent. It was okay. Like, no big spots happened during the match.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't horrible. It was decent, but
Yeah,
there
exactly.
was nothing really there wasn't really many like gear changes. They didn't really build heat as they went throughout. It was sort of just the same level throughout. And then obviously Penta did a Mexican Destroyer and won, which means he will face his brother Ray Phoenix in the final. They had a little moment at the top of the stage where they sort of hugged and went head to head, like, in a brotherly way. No kissing, because that would be weird. Be very disgusting, shall we say. But yeah, that means out of those two, which I think we've all been saying for weeks, is probably going to be Penta and Roman in Mexico City. So, on September 14th.
Yeah.
I guess that's another headline. That's another headline from Raw this week, is that Roman Reigns is going to return next week to Raw again.
Yeah, to see the finals in the match.
His return graphics have got to be in the hundreds in the last 4 years.
Yes.
And then we also had the in-ring return of Stephanie Vaquer facing the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez. I thought this match was decent as well, but especially early on, I didn't mind. The technical stuff was a bit sloppy at the start, but then I think that could either be down to the ring rust of Vaquer, or it could be, again, it could also be interpreted as making it look more like a struggle, which I can understand. But then when it looked like Raquel and Liv were trying to get involved so that Roxanne could get the win, we had Becky Lynch come out. She fended off Liv and Raquel, I believe. And then Stephanie Vaquer did get the win. But this also means Roxanne Perez is now apparently 2-23 this year in TV's matches, 2 wins, 23 losses. She has one of the lowest win percentages this year in WWE.
Yep.
Which is kind of crazy, considering she's supposed to be the next generation and all that.
Next generation, my fucking ass.
But I don't know whether they're doing this deliberately to swerve us off the scent that she could be a potential Money in the Bank winner, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if it will be her now. Another thing that's also apparently going to happen next week on Raw, which was set up on this show, is Sol Ruka's getting a rematch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. Lyra Valkyria is probably going to have something to say about that, though, I think, since she was involved in the segment. Anything else that happened on Raw that I may have missed? I can't remember to save my life. I think there was something to do with JD McDonough and somebody else.
Yeah, he did. They did. JD McDonough and frickin' Dum Dum, aka Dominic Mysterio, did attack fucking Javon Evans after Javon Evans got beaten up by fucking.
Oh yeah, Big Cass. He had his first match back in WWE, and I thought the match was boring, to be honest. Big Cass was actually way better in AEW somehow. In terms of in-ring work.
Yeah, as Max Verstappen always says here, it's really boring. Can I get a fucking pillow? Because this match has got, like you said, like the match is fucking boring. Like, honestly.
The most entertaining part about it was Corey Graves' commentary, because you can tell how much he hates Big Cass, like, for real. You know?
Yeah, what? Yeah, he really has real beef with fucking Cass at this point.
Well, he is Carmella's ex, and apparently their relationship was a bit. on the whiffy side, you know.
Sketchy, like iffy.
Is there any other headlines that I may have missed from this week?
I don't think so. Not on the Raw end, but the NXT side of things. Well, it was there was a Heatwave Summit. It turned to fucking chaos, including the new signee of Dilifat 2, also.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, apparently there was a summit for the Women's Championship, and then the frickin' NXT Championship. Everyone got attacked, but the only one stand tall is both Ren Sinclair and the Women's Champion herself, Kendall Gray, and the new signee of Dilifat 2, who hold up the NXT Championship.
Okay. I think Grayson Waller should win the NXT Championship at Heatwave.
And then Ray Phoenix face EK Prosper.
Huh?
Is that match any good?
Yeah, the match is entertaining. The fact that you have Phoenix and Prosper, who is, in my opinion, the most underrated talent in NXT, but Phoenix won the match.
Uh-huh.
And then Birthright defeats Dar, Moreno, Durian, Ben Dukes, and Sean Legacy. I think this match was completely boring from what it is. And then Callie Armstrong defeated Zarya in a non-title match. And then Keanu Carver literally bullied Cam Hendricks.
Well, but he also had help from Mason Rook, technically.
Yes. And we have Saquon Sugars finally beat Deon Lennox in a weaponized steel cage.
I heard it wasn't that good.
It's bad. It's absolutely bad.
I feel bad for Saquon
I have
as well.
I have no fucking words to say about that at this point. The best moment for me. Go ahead.
I feel bad for Saquon because he's clearly quite a good talent. He's very good at ring. Carries himself in a certain way in terms of his presentation as well. But no, apparently I think I just said the match didn't do either guy any favors somehow. So
no, it doesn't. The only best moment is the NXT Heatwave Summit, and apparently, damn it, I actually pressed guide. So as of for Heatwave is, I believe it's this Sunday if I could check. Yep, this Sunday at 7. And for us Americans, it's on the CW.
it means you get all the men Heatwave on Sunday.
Yep.
Hopefully all of them will be finished by the time Heatwave starts for you, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, All In's definitely gonna finish before when Heatwave begins. So I'm all set with that here.
Well, I don't think I'll be watching Heatwave because I'll be going back to my hotel room and trying to go to sleep. So, after All In. So, I'm going to Repro the day before as well, so I'm going to be very tired.
Yeah, but that's it from the NXT standpoint.
Yes. Well, as I said earlier, which I'll get to in a second. AEW has had a show in Glasgow this evening. They came from the OVO Hydra.
Yep.
I won't spoil anything on that show, but I've been hearing good things about it, apparently. So if you are an AEW fan, make sure that you find whatever source you can, or if you're in America, I suppose watch it on TBS. they did tape Collision today as well, which I suppose will air on the Saturday or the Thursday, depending if there's any sports going on, I suppose. But
Yep.
yeah, on TNT. So make sure you watch both of those because they are technically the go-home shows that all in this week, which means it'll be the final opportunity you get to see the build to the show.
Yeah. So there is some stuff from TNA. We heard the news that Avery Styles, who is the son of AJ Styles, is signed with TNA.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about as well. I forgot that even happened, and I watched Lockdown. Well, I watched a bit of Lockdown. I watched it like halfway through.
Like,
I just don't remember. I just
great
didn't think
for
Lockdown.
Avery,
I
honestly.
didn't think Lockdown was that good, to be honest with you.
Well, thank goodness I didn't fucking watch it.
Slater and
And then-
Alexander was okay. The main event was okay.
Yeah. Yes.
But then
Speaking of that,
every match in the cage felt well. It was a bit. Every match being in the cage, well, I get that's like the whole part of Lockdown and everything. I was just like, is that really necessary?
I mean, when you put it this way, I really don't think it's necessary. But after the main event, the somewhat new X Division champion Leon Slater just used option C.
Yeah, he defeated Cedric Alexander earlier in the night because had he lost to Alexander, his first record-tying X Division championship reign would have been erased from their history books. Which, by the way, if they had actually done that, that would have been the ultimate sign of petty because everyone thinks Leon Slater is going to leave. So,
It's fucking stupid.
which I wouldn't blame him because TNA is kind of a sinking ship right now.
Yep.
But then, yeah, no, he exercised option C, and that means he will challenge Nick Nemeth for the AEW World Championship at Bound for Glory. And by the way,
TNA
Nick
World
Nemeth,
Championship.
yeah, Nick Nemeth is now a double champion because he and his brother Ryan, they defeated the Hardys to become new TNA World Tag Team Champions.
Yep. And well, speak of AEW, there is news about AEW. They announced Grand Slam will be in Paris, France, October 6th.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that, but I really like this as a thing because it's AEW expanding into a new European market. You know, obviously they've gone to they've gone to the UK. You know, they've gone to Manchester,
Mexico.
Scotland, Manchester, Glasgow.
You're talking about
Scotland.
Yeah.
They've gone to Manchester, they've gone to Glasgow and Scotland. I think they've been to Edinburgh before. They've been to Cardiff, and of course they've been in London for All In as well. But then, yeah, as you say, they've also done Grand Slams in. I was talking about general like Dynamite Collisions for that in that sort of sense. But then they've also done Grand Slams recently in Mexico. They've done 2 in Australia. I think they did Sydney this year, and then they did Brisbane the year before. They've done Grand Slam Mexico twice, technically, as well. They did it this year, a few weeks ago, and then they did it last year, around the same time of the year. But yeah, no, them expanding into France is really good, as we have seen with WWE French crowds. They are really good. And hopefully there is an appetite for AEW in France, and they, you know, bring the same energy to them AEW shows.
Yes.
But as I say, France is pretty much a pro wrestling country now. Like, their independent scene especially is growing quite a lot. So maybe if AEW can somehow feature some French independent talent on that show, people like Corey Zero and JGU together, they're a women's tag team known as French Art. I think there's another few other European talents that could be involved. That would be really swell. So yeah, Paris, France, AEW Grand Slam is in. Remind me of the month. You say October, or double? Where did you say AEW Grand Slam France was? When?
October 6th.
October
October
6th.
6th.
In Paris, I believe.
Yep, Paris.
Yeah, that should be really good. As I said, another chance for expanding further in terms of global reach, and I guess into Europe especially, because I haven't really done much of Europe. So, yeah. But anyway, can I go back to the Avery Styles thing real quick?
Yep, go ahead.
Is this kid ever going to drop using his dad's presentation? His logo looks the same, he even does the same entrance. And by the way, make sure I'm not going to joke about the whole setting up the ring and the chairs thing. I'm not going to do that. No. But no. Frankie Kazarian came out and said, if you ever need somebody to have your back, I've got it, I think, is what he said. And, yeah. Hi, JT. How are you? But yeah, Vega, are you still there? Noble's gone.
Yeah, I'm still here.
What did you think about Avery Styles signing with TNA?
Dang, I didn't expect him to sign to TNA like this soon. Like, didn't he just recently started wrestling? Like, for like a few months?
Yes, I think he's only 5 matches into his professional career. Or something like that.
Oh, wow. But yeah, I didn't expect him to sign to TNA this quickly. Like, damn. I thought it was going to be like in the independent scene for like a couple more months. Then he signed to TNA.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought as well. Maybe he would have worked the indies a bit more than a contract. But I guess when your dad's one of the guys who basically built TNA from the ground up back in the day, it kind of gets your foot in the door already. So.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You know, he is AJ Styles' son after all.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the same as Lovato, I guess, but then he already worked on the indies for years before WWE decided to pick him up. You know? So at least he sort of got some reps in before he got signed. But then, I don't know, I guess Nepo Baby is a bit more prevalent in wrestling now, and that's okay as long as they work hard, in my opinion. You know? There's nothing like being... Trust me, I've been a Nepo Baby at my mum's job before, and I was like, I had to work 10 times harder than everybody else. And I actually enjoyed working harder. Like, I've always had a good work ethic, so I expect the same of people like Zillavatu and Avery Styles, but, you know, I can understand if Nepo Babies don't work as hard just because they're like, oh yeah, my parents got me here. Congratulations, it's a family business.
Family.
Yeah.
It's all about family.
So, what did you think about AEW announcing Grand Slam for October in France?
Honestly, it's actually a big deal that they're going to France for the first time. More global expansion for AEW.
Yeah, that's what I've basically been saying. Like, it's just a really good move. But yeah, I think now we've got to the point where we ran out of stuff to talk about, which means it's time for us to wrap up here on the Wrestle Arc Podcast. If you want to go check this podcast out after it's finished, you can watch it from beginning to end in full. You'll get our predictions for All In, which means leave your own predictions for All In the comments after the stream below.
Yes.
9 matches confirmed as of now. I only do those. I don't think they've actually added any according to what I've heard, based on Dynamite and Collision stuff I've heard from people who were there today. I won't tell you anything that happened. JT apparently says next year at Slammiversary, AJ will tag with Avery Styles, but I'm like, AJ Styles is retired. So
yeah, he's retired. Like, there's no way he's coming out of retirement just to team with his son. But hey, never say never in wrestling, you know?
I guess, but I'm like, AJ's very much adamant he's retired.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, that's been the end of the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. So from myself, Liam Warren, Christian Vega, say goodbye.
Bye-bye. We'll see you next week.
And
Bye.
Yeah, Noble just said bye, by the way. That was Noble. But yeah, we'll see you next time, where we'll be live for the final time on Mondays before a new schedule goes into effect. But as I said, thank you so much for tuning in. From myself, Noble Vega, this is Wrestle Arc, and we're out.
Bye-bye.
Peace.